And welcome back here to the 2018 Icebreaker Invitational. As we have a Final Four matchup, we just finished one in the 17 and under division. Now we have one in the 16 and under division. This one is going to feature Team Wall taking on Team Synergy. Appreciate you joining us here on SUV TV for our coverage of the 2018 Icebreaker Invitational. It's Team Wall that will have the first possession here in this Final Four matchup. It's Lawrence Frost with the ball. Tough shot, not even a shot attempt as James Simples knocks that one away, corrals it on the defensive side and is able to lay it up on the other end to get Team Synergy on the board first here in this semifinal matchup. For those that might have missed it, we had an overtime finish. Team Wall defeated Team Charlotte there in OT. You can check that full replay on SUV TV. But first, stay tuned to the live action here in this one. Three ball on the way for Team Wall. No good on the shot. Offensive rebound by the big fella. Clearing space inside. He's going to get a trip to the free throw line. That's Mekhi Towns headed to the line for Team Wall. So a 2-1 ball game early on. Team Synergy with the possession. That's DeMar Anderson with the ball. Anderson has that pass knocked away, but is able to regain it. To the cup. Nice little move there just beyond the free throw line. It finishes on the inside. James Simples. A nice little sequence there to make it 4-1 in favor of Team Synergy. Pass inside to the big fella. Power dribbles now back to the top of the key. Moving it around. Frost will settle in for a jumper. Nothing but net. Might have been a little bit of rim, but who's splitting hairs there? That's a tray ball that makes it 4-4. I can tell you that one's nothing but a pure splash. True string music there for DeMar Anderson. 7-4. Sneaking behind the defense, though, and getting a layup of his own there was Isaiah Griffin for Team Wall. Shot off the mark, rebound by the long and lanky Tremont Shaw. Neither team being shy about the three ball, and why would you be when they're shooting it as well as they have so far? That was Jaden Seymour with that last triple. Answering back, though, was James Simples. Back and forth we go. Not taking long for either team to get going on the offensive end. Wraparound pass is going to be broken up. Ball being tipped around, now it's in the hands of Weston Hatfield. Hatfield left that one just short. Here's Frost. Now working inside to the big fella. Size advantage, and he plans on taking full advantage of it. Mekhi Towns makes it 9-11. DeMar Anderson, he's already got the triple. Gets that one inside the perimeter, tie us up at 11 apiece. Mid-range jumper coming right back the other way. Just inside the free throw line. That one's good for Isaiah Griffin. Another 3 balls launched up. This one's off the mark. Griffin chases down the long rebound, turning the defender around a couple different ways, and earning a trip to the charity stripe. Isaiah Griffin out of Knightdale High School. Splits the pair of free throws, so now 14-11 here in first half action. Spotting the 16-under championship on the line. The reverse, they'll have to go to the line to get the point. It's a nice baseline drive that results in a trip to the stripe here for Jeremiah Murphy. Murphy back rims the first free throw. So splits at the free throw line. Resulting in a 12-14 ball game. Foul there, as you saw Jaden Seymour catching it right there at that elbow area. Easy take to the rack there for Team Wall's Traymon Shaw. Frost takes the steal on one end and gets the layup on the other. Lawrence Frost out of Athens Drive High School. Shot kicks off back rim. Rebound brought down by Seymour. That front line of Seymour, Traymon Shaw, and Isaiah Griffin is certainly one to contend with. Team Synergy doing just that right now. They get the block on one end, coast to coast. Defense translating into offense there for number 15, Jeremiah Murphy. Murphy makes it a 4-point game, provides a timely response as well. Team Wall was threatening to sort of create some distance. Battle for the rebound. Simples denied on the other end, and we've got a foul called on the play. Looked like a lot of basketball there by Jaden Seymour. You let me know what you guys think at home. Use the YouTube chat or feel free to add us at SUVTV. A lot of basketball there. Jaden Seymour out of Northside Christian goes up and tries to get that one. At the end of the day, it's not Jeremiah Murphy's fault. Sorry, it's not James Simple's fault that he was able to get that foul call and head to the free throw line. Simples has been active early on for them. He got their first points of the contest, has knocked down a couple jumpers as well, and there he gets the bounce on the second free throw. Pull Synergy to within 2, does Simples. Offensive foul, stepping up and taking the charge score that one for number 30, DeMar Anderson. So Anderson not only active on the offensive side of things, but also stepping up, making his presence felt on the defensive end, takes the charge. They'll hit Anderson with the travel there, though. We're under the 10-minute mark. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout with them. Team Wall versus Team Synergy here in the first half.
Check this out. Did you know that you can have all kinds of delicious food from your favorite local restaurants delivered right to your door? I know, I just blew your mind. All you have to do is go to choices2you.com. Choose from a list of great local restaurants, pick what you want right from their menu, and Choices to You will deliver it to your home or office. It's that easy. Get real restaurant food from the places you love delivered right to your door. Choices2you.com. Eat out without going out.
Welcome back to Championship Day action here at the 2018 Icebreaker Invitational. It's Championship Day, but only one of these teams can get a spot in the championship. We'll see who it is right now. Team Wall faring slightly better than Team Synergy, a 2-point advantage. Plenty of time left here in the first half and the game. Getting the step, lost the ball momentarily and couldn't get the layup to go there was Jalik Prather. Prather will get another opportunity. So he not only gets the 2 he was originally going in there for, but he'll have a chance to head to the line and add another one. Prather out of South Point. Team we've been able to broadcast in the Farm Bureau Insurance Classic out there at Dorman High School a couple years. Didn't have them there last year, but the South Point team, it's been a fun team to watch and broadcast multiple times over the years. They're in Spartanburg. So that front end deuce makes it 18-18. Good activity on the defensive end again. When Simples got his first points, it was off of a steal. Gets a steal there. Takes it right to the rack, gives his team a 2-point lead, and then helps force another turnover. Like what we're seeing so far from James Simples out of Huff High School. Simples hit with a little bit of a ticky-tack foul there. Seymour, just too much length. Not only used it to sort of create a little bit of space with that off arm, but then has that reach to be able to finish easily over smaller defenders. (2020). Kick to the corner. 3 ball just off the mark. Tipped around. Seymour couldn't come up with it, but it's Tremont Shaw that ended up securing that rebound there for Team Wall. A little bit too unselfish there on that play was Josh Reed, tried to force it in there. They turn it over on one end, can't get the layup to go on the other for Team Synergy. Here's Lawrence Frost, gets from point A to point B in a hurry, pass ahead, a little bit too tall for its intended recipient there in Josh Reed. Under the 8-minute mark, still on the 20-20 tie. Catch and shoot for DeMar Anderson. Ice cream. DeMar Anderson with the splash from the top of the key. Makes it 23-20. Just inside the free throw line. Showing the mid-range isn't a lost start on him. Team Walls number 25, Luke Romeu. Team Synergy answers back with a splash from the corner courtesy of L.J. Johnson. Johnson attending United Faith. Answering right back with a tray ball of his own is Traymon Shaw. Traymon with the tray ball, 26-25 now. Anderson trying to answer right back, and he does. Wanted the foul call, didn't get it, but still got the 2 points he wanted. Wide open look for Seymour. Is that in his range? Can't get that shot to go. So the lead sits at 3 here for Team Synergy. Simples hesitates, now explodes. Shot rejected on the inside by Shaw. Still reset back up top. Artel Steele kicks it out. Now here's Simples. Simples hangs. No good on the shot. Changed by Seymour, who gets the defensive rebound. What a great weekend for basketball. You look at this Icebreaker Invitational. You had the Geico Nationals, formerly known as Dick's Nationals, held there in the Big Apple. Is that 3 balls knocked down from the corner by Chase Forte. You've got Final Four action on both men's and women's. On the men's and women's side of things, just a ton of good basketball being played here this weekend. A nice dime drop to push ahead. Assist Jaden Seymour, the layup. Luke Romeu. Team Synergy answers right back. That was a 3 ball. I believe that was knocked down by number 10, Weston Hatfield for Team Synergy. Shot and miss, will have a trip to the line. And my mistake, that last 3 ball, that was knocked down. Check the replay. I believe it was number 22. There, L.J. Johnson. Yep, it is Johnson. You see Johnson really sets up that jump shot nicely, and they still got a pretty decent hand in his face with a defender to his right, but he knocks it down. I glanced down at my notes for a quick second, as I'm sure L.J. Johnson not really concerned about getting credit for that 3, more focused on winning this game, but he can certainly have both. Johnson's triple makes it 32-30. Now 33-30 after that last free throw. Isaiah Griffin fouled on the play. Timeout on the floor. Back out of the timeout. That free throw is good there for Isaiah Griffin. Ties us up at 33 apiece here in the first half. Drawing in the defense and dropping the dime. James Simples, the assist, the layup, Jeremiah Murphy. Chase Forte directing traffic. Foul on the baseline drive there by Traymon Shaw. Alley, oop, a little too strong there. Tipping it ahead is DeMar Anderson. Anderson, that one blocked by Shaw. Shaw changes that second shot. Tips that one in accidentally. So Traymon Shaw, even though you tipped it in for the other team, that type of defense and using that wingspan, I'm sure coach is happy to see that. He can let an accidental tip in slide. Swats another one, does Shaw. He's not allowing any soup on the inside. Offensive foul going to go against Chase Forte. That's Traymon Shaw just wreaking all kind of havoc on the defensive end. Outlets it to Forte, and Forte. I'm not sure that's Forte's fault. Defender wasn't set really with Forte's move. The defender was already falling a little bit, as opposed to it looking like the defender had been bowled over by Forte. But obviously the officials can't slow things down and look at it. So you got to give him credit for having to make decisions there during game speed. LJ Johnson with another triple, this time from the top of the key. Showing off the three-point stroke here in the first half. That one's off the mark. Rebound by Simples. The back tap. And I'm not sure Luke Romeo realized that it was Shaw that had actually tapped that one away. At three, just short. Pass ahead now to Frost. Frost, no good. Follows the shot, can't get that one to go. It'll be last touch by Team Wall. It'll go over to Team Synergy. Pass too tall, intended for Hatfield. Instead, you got the big fella coming the other way. Had that one blocked on the inside by Seth Smith. Here's Forte. Forte will head to the line. Coming up on the final 2 minutes of the first half. DeMar Anderson is being guarded by Shaw. And have a drive there by Jeremiah Murphy. He'll head to the line. I'm intrigued by looking at Traymon Shaw guarding DeMar Anderson. Shaw has so much length that even though Anderson has the advantage there in the speed category, Traymon Shaw has the type of length to where even if he gets beat, he can kind of nullify the disadvantage by being able to have such a long wingspan. Being able to block, change shots, get his hands in passing lanes that the average player might not be able to. So it is now an 8-point lead, largest advantage for either side. Here in this one, team synergy with the lead. There's still plenty of game left, but it was a big win to get to this point for Team Wall as they took on a Georgia Stars team. I believe that game went to OT. And see if they get a second win here in the first half. Trip coming up to the line here for number 20. That's Rob Wright. Second free throw good for Rob Wright. Helps pull Team Wall to within 7 points. Offensive rebound, follow-up attempt, no good. Wright rebounds in traffic, now just looking to clear it. Shaw, free throw line jumper. Didn't know you had that in the repertoire as well, big fella. Traymon Shaw out of Westover. Johnson, he's already got 2 3-pointers. Can't get 3. Offensive tip in, that's no good. Jalik Prather was right there, a little too strong on the tip in. Coast to coast, Chase Forte. The Word of God high school attendee makes it a 3-point game. You've got to be a go-getter. You're going to play for Team Wall and be out of Word of God. You've got to be a heck of a ball player. Chase Forte fits that description. Was big in that game that helped make this one a possibility. I believe that's the 10th team foul against Team Wall. So it'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Weston Hatfield. Hatfield taking care of business at the free throw line. 38-43 now, a 5-point advantage for Team Synergy. Been a lot of fouls called here in the first half. I know this is younger than the 17 and under division. I don't think there have been that many fouls. Both teams are in the penalty now. Obviously, we've only got 8 seconds left here in the first half, but it's 39-43, both teams in the penalty.
The 360, he throws it down.
He'll come off the double screen to the left. Oh, and wide open underneath.
Sexton gonna step back, fade away three. Oh my goodness! Colin Sexton!
In the lane by Tracy. Here's Williamson, makes his way around one tight. Now hustling it toward the lane and throws it down. That's what the crowd had been waiting on. A fantastic dunk coming in by Williamson. Trent, off balance jumper.
Nailed it. Pierre to Gary Trent Jr. And oh my goodness, that's how you end the game, folks.
All right, I have to step away briefly there, but back to the action. 61-61. We've got a tie ball game. Here as we approach the final 7 minutes of this one. Chase Forte fouled as he attacks the rack with reckless abandon. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. So Forte breaks the 61-all tie, puts Team Wall up by 2. Lamar Anderson. Now here's Seth Smith. Smith, nice little move, cannot get the finish though. Well, he threw a couple defenders on the way to the cup, couldn't get that one to stay down. Now here's Frost. Frost tries to spin out of trouble, still trying to pick it up. Seymour, his pass is broken up. Here comes Simples the other way. Simples just dangerous in the open court and the not so open court. Now one of the things about Simples is you'll see him use some double moves occasionally or make some moves with a little bit of sophistication to him, but for the most part, just plays good, simple basketball. Guess there's some obvious wordplay there. James Simple makes the simple basketball plays. I stayed away from that one as long as I could. Simple's putting together a nice game. Whether it'll end in a win, we'll see over the next 6 minutes. But it's 63-63. Chase Forte. A little bit of a Sprite commercial, rejected by the rim, but he attacked it over a defender. Just came up just short. This generation, I'm not even sure if they know the Sprite commercial that I'm making reference to. Baseline drive. Seymour fouled on the floor. See Seymour fouled there along the baseline. Team Wall's ball, they'll inbound it. Under 6 minutes remaining in the game. Jump shot just short. Simples carving through red jerseys, eating some contact on the way. Left hand, left side. Gets back on defense. Bothers that shot, but sticking with it, persistence pays off. Therefore, Luke Romeu. Simples has that one poked away. Here's Forte. Forte pass to Romeu. Romeu and one. Takes the contact from L.J. Johnson. Gets that first one to go. Back in free throw on the way as we are under 5 minutes left to play. It is still anyone's game. Forte doing a good job of drawing in the defense. Dropping it off to Romeu. Romeu hits the free throw. And gives Team Wall a 3-point advantage. 3-point game. Nice job of using that screen by DeMar Anderson. Very patient, picked the right time to explode and lay that one in. 1-point game, they get it into Seymour. Seymour falling away, flips that one up off the window over the outstretched arm of Simples. Getting behind the defense, that one should count. Hit the glass first. Jaden Seymour not happy about it, but it did look like it hit the glass first, so score that 2 there for number 5, Seth Smith. See that pass made ahead by Simples. Hits the glass first before Seymour swatted it away. So 70-69. It remains a 70-69 ball game. Team Wall unable to add to that advantage. There after that second free throw. Coming up on the 3-minute mark. Anderson guarded by Romeyu. Anderson gets the step. Can't get that shot to go. Jaden Seymour with the board. Seymour working against the smaller Simples. And a traveling violation going to go against Seymour. So Simples was manning up there defensively. DeMar Anderson dropped down to double. Sort of help pressure Seymour into that turnover. Still a 1-point game. Simples in the corner. Back out to Anderson. Long 3 ball on the way. That one doesn't graze any iron. Off the mark for Seth Smith. Simples was in a pretty good position to rebound. If that would have caught a little bit of the rim. Three-point contest. Coming up on the final 2 minutes. Full timeout on the floor. We'll take one with him. It's a 3-point contest here as we approach the final 2 minutes. So welcome back here to the 2018 Icebreaker Invitational. It's a 3-point contest. Team Wall with the advantage. Both teams playing for a spot in the 4:45 p.m. championship. Romeyu, 3. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound going to be brought down by Jeremiah Murphy of Synergy. Now it's in the hands of Simples. Simples kicks it out. Another 3 ball on the way. Unable to find his stroke the past couple times is Seth Smith. You can tell with the way they look for him and the way he shoots it, that he's a much better shooter than the last 2 shots might indicate. Chase Forte not worried about the clip that he shoots it at. He's too busy getting a deuce on the other end. As the Word of God attendee makes it a 5-point game now for Team Wall. 3 from the corner. Westville can't get it to go. Ball tipped around. And looks like they will say last touched by Team Wall. It'll stay with Team Synergy. So the Southern Kings have already stamped their ticket into the 445 championship game. Both of these teams just playing for the opportunity to face them. Simples, oh, poked away. Tough play there for Lawrence Frost as you saw him step down on the foot of Simples, sort of twist that ankle. Doesn't look like anything major, but one of those instances where you certainly got to tighten the shoe. Lawrence Frost may be able to finish, he may not be. Right now in some serious pain. As he poked that basketball away and in trying to get it, stepped on Simple's foot. His foot went one way, Simple's foot went the other. Any hoopers watching, I'm sure we've all stepped on a toe or two, or stepped on a shoe or two. Young fella might be able to tighten his shoe and still be able to give it a go. We'll see. That'll be something to keep an eye on. So it sits at a 5-point game right now. Nearly lost out of bounds, and it is lost out of bounds. Unable to hold on to it there was Tremont Shaw. Anderson picks up his dribble, now finds Johnson. Johnson, he's a shooter. Can't get that one to go off the mark. Rebound by Forte. That'll be the 10th team foul against Team Synergy, so that'll mean a 1-and-1 scenario here for Forte. Still a 5-point game, so if you're Team Synergy and you can score here, keep your hopes alive. That triple for Jeremiah Murphy does just that, 72-74. Just over 30 seconds remaining in the contest. You see Simples get that offensive board. 2 for a dollar sale on threes, and Jeremiah Murphy cashes in on the second one. So stick with us after this one, as we will have the 17 and under championship game. That one is going to feature the Georgia Stars taking on Team Wall. It's going to be an intriguing matchup because I think on paper the Georgia Stars have the advantage in terms of sheer size. I mean, you'll be able to see these guys on the screen next game. When it comes to the airport test, these guys pass it. I mean, they get off the bus, they walk in the building looking like a very large team, a lot of wingspan, a lot of athleticism. Thing about it is Team Wall, they've got just as many weapons on their squad. The size might vary, but you've also got some players with good length and enough tools to contend inside with the size of the Georgia Stars, and you've got a very impressive guard core, including DJ Robertson as well as L. Ellis. So I'm looking forward to seeing those two styles clash in this next matchup. There for the 17 and under championship. That's slated to tip off at 3:30 p.m., but obviously we're a little bit behind that with the last game running into overtime. We're slightly behind schedule, but you can stay tuned in right here on our YouTube channel or follow at SUVTV on Twitter for updates and an alert once we go back live. 2-point game now. Pass inside, we're tied. 74 apiece. A big three by Jeremiah Murphy. They come back moments later. It's laid up and in by DeMar Anderson, the assist by Simples. 74-74. We had an overtime game behind this one. We'll see if we have an overtime game here as well. Chase Forte stepping through, offensive foul. So DeMar Anderson scores it on one end. I believe that's the third charge he's taken here today. Not only scoring, but a very heady and physical defender as well. You just see him there. He's set. Has obviously beaten Chase Forte to the spot. And that offensive foul is going to turn it over to Team Synergy. They've got just under 3 seconds to work with. As you take a look at the layup, it ended up tying this game up. Again, good things happen when Simples has had the ball in his hands. A lot of times he's been scoring there, able to be a cool customer with the ball, take advantage of the over-aggressive defense, sort of look them off and drop that one right into DeMar Anderson. Now I'll say aggressive defense. Over sounds like a little bit more of a critique. Those guys were just defending, putting Simples in a tough spot. Simples is able to keep his composure and make a play. They throw it in, here's Simples. Simples chooses to launch it up. And we have more bonus basketball. We'll take a short break. When we get back, more overtime here at the 2018 Icebreaker Invitational, Team Synergy and Team Wall.
The 360, he throws it down.
He'll come off the double screen to the left. Oh, and wide open underneath.
Sexton gonna step back, fade away three. Oh my goodness! Colin Sexton!
In the lane by Tracy. Here's Williamson, makes his way around one tight. Now hustling it toward the lane and throws it down. That's what the crowd had been waiting on. A fantastic dunk coming in by Williamson. Trent, off balance jumper.
Nailed it. Pierre to Gary Trent Jr. And oh my goodness! That's how you end the game, folks.
It's going to take more basketball to decide this one. A good problem to have. Plenty of talent on the floor. We'll take 2 more minutes to figure out who's going to advance to the championship game in order to face the Southern Kings. A 3-pointer, that one's off the mark there for Team Wall's number 2. No number 2 on my roster. We'll have to get that young man's name. Spin move inside, a little out of control. Call for the travel. Didn't think it was a travel there. Looked like a perfectly legal spin move. He gets hit for the travel. .74 apiece. Chase Forte brings it across. He's guarded by Prather. Leaves Prather. Now kicks it off. Shot off the mark by Shaw. Romeu will head to the line. So Luke Remayu out of Ravenscroft. Good on that first free throw. Another Ravenscroft representative. Jake Vanderheiden waits on the sidelines as Team Wall prepares to play the Georgia Stars in a few minutes. As soon as this one wraps up, 74-76. A 2-point lead now for Team Wall. Pass ahead, Forte drops it off. Remayu was ready for the layup before he had fully gathered it in. Jaden Seymour, a power dribble, takes it right at Simples. Simples gets the block. Tell you what, man, Simples and DeMar Anderson, those guys are two potent guys on both ends. Simples had a wide open LJ Johnson around the three-point line. Didn't get it to him. Really had his head down, determined on getting to the rack. With the way LJ Johnson shoots the three ball, in hindsight, Simples might have made that extra pass. Young man putting together a solid game, but his team still trails by 2. Timeout on the floor. So again, these two teams playing for the right to face the Southern Kings at 4:45. That was the originally scheduled time. It'll be a little bit later. We are ready to resume play. 29 seconds on the clock. It's a 1-point game. Ball tipped out of bounds. Weston Hatfield got a hand on it. They will foul Luke Remayu immediately. Send him to the line. Put the onus on him to knock down his free throw. Free throw missed. That's exactly why you send them to the line. Put the onus on your opponent to knock down free throws. See if synergy. Looks like they're trying to hold for the last shot here or just the first good one. Not to say that one was one. DeMar Anderson wrestled it away, and I think the problem was when he tried to get up. He wrestled it away, but then once he came to his feet, that was when the travel occurred. It's been a very good game for DeMar Anderson. But you have to feel like Team Synergy can get a better shot than that contested mid-range Jay they got there with about 8 seconds left. Especially given some of the tools that they have on the floor right now. From LJ Johnson, his ability to stretch the floor, to also Simples. But hindsight's 20/20. It's always easy to second guess what's done on the floor. Fact of the matter is DeMar Anderson has put together a very good game. And now if you're Chase Forte and Team Wall, you got to go to the line and hit your free throws to really put this one out of reach. Forte, no problem stepping up and answering the bell. Swishes the first one through. Misses the second. Could we have double OT? Timeout called by Team Wall. I'm interested to see where they inbound the ball at. So we'll take a short break. Come back with the final 4 seconds. And welcome back out of the timeout. They'll foul. They will foul DeMar Anderson immediately. They let a couple seconds run off the clock after that foul. They'll reset it to 2 6/10 of a second. Two and 6/10 of a second. Simple to inbound. It gets it to Anderson. Anderson will try a half-court heave. Off the mark, and that will do it. Team Wall has secured a spot in the 16 and under championship game. We'll see you back here on SUV TV for that one. Also, if you want some extra basketball, check out Georgia Stars versus Team Wall coming up next. It's a 17 and under championship.